guys, welcome back to the winter wonderland that has happened over here in central IA. Right there is the Allis Chalmers 720. Good little tractor. Got a 5-foot front blade on it. Tire chains off a semi the previous owner built. I actually like the previous owner of this tractor a little better than most of them. And the ballast box, I'll call it, that I built. I bought that box full of those Ford pie weights at a sale for about 80 bucks a long time ago. I don't have any Ford tractors, but I knew they were valuable, so I bought them. This thing was spinning a lot doing this snow removal, so I welded a top link bracket in there, drilled her and put some Cat 0 pins in it. Don't spin a lot anymore, so I'm gonna stick you on the fender, I believe. And we'll go push some snow. I got these oh so cool gloves at Sportsman's Outfitter at Ankeny here a while back. I really like them, they're warm. One thing I really like about this little tractor is it's quiet. I don't have to wear earplugs when I run it. Probably should, but it doesn't have the cackle of some of the bigger ones. Downside, there'll be some turf repair come spring. I may have to get the 6080 out, put the loader bucket on, and use the real tractor. I like to get some paths so I don't have to walk through deep snow to get like to the burn barrel and any of these other buildings. It's pretty deep, and it's a lot of work for this little tractor. right, you probably get the idea. I got a little more carried away there than I planned on. I'm gonna do more with this rig, but I'm gonna go plug the 6080 in. I kind of gonna put the loader bucket on. The reason I'm doing this, well, number one, I like to be able to walk around a farmyard without being in ass deep snow, but I need to get this lane opened up. If you saw the short of me busting snow drifts with the 45, that's kind of what got me thinking on this, because I need to be able to get the 185 and the big trailer out of there so I can get it to Jamie Bunn to have the power director and that hydraulic oil transmission seal leak fixed. I could probably do that work, but I don't want another tractor sitting in the shop waiting on me to get it finished. I need that one too bad. We can screw around with the 450 and the 756 gas. So we're partway there. I'll get the 6080 plugged in because there ain't no way it's going to start right now. Then I will continue working with the 720, and I might bring you back later. Once I got that silly thing with that front blade and a hydrostatic transmission, moving snow with the 6080 just went right out the window. So, but we've, you know, what is this, the 9th or 10th of December, and we've already got a foot and a half or whatever, I don't know. It's just, this is why I don't like snow. I can't get to any of my stuff, you know. There's an auction coming up Saturday, and you know, even my little trailer, I could probably get it hooked on the Dodge if I had to, but it ain't gonna be a lot of fun. Anyway, I'll bring you back later, maybe. All right, well, this is the kind of time in a video that a guy really should learn how to add some musical soundtrack or something, because when we do these time warp segments with no sound, I don't, it needs something. And I know you guys don't want to listen to me drone on. I guess this winter I need to learn how to make better videos. Well, probably wouldn't hurt anything, would it? But anyway, I'm still just clearing snow, and I don't know that I did my best work right here in front of that trailer. I wound up having to finish that job with a scoop shovel, but I am going to just shut up, and I don't know how much of this time warp I'm going to keep and how much I might try to wipe out. But anyway, All right, I had you in time warp there. My God, I'm making progress here. I didn't expect it to go this well. There's the prize. I had to stop there for a little battery check, which we were down to 24%, so I went ahead and put a new battery in. I still think that spot right there, that's a lot deeper than it even looks. The old 720's getting her done. You know, it's kind of slow, but if I don't have to get the 6080 out, I'm going to be fine with that. But I really want to get that 185 up to Jamie so he can get that fixed, so I've got it to plant corn with. Dad planted corn with the 6080, and I did that 1 year, and the clutch in that thing about killed me. And but that's 185 in second gear, and just shift the power director, and that's slick. So I want to get it back in top shape. It's a really nice tractor, low hours. It needs to be fixed. So I'm going to put you back in time warp and see if we can get this knocked out. about right here, I really thought I was hosed. I thought I'm this close, but I'm going to have to go get that 60-80 to get through this. And then inspiration struck. I just started backing up, giving that drift a big ram. It's kind of fun. And I just kept backing up and hitting it, and I finally got through it. I really hate the snow this time of year because it's so early, and I know it's going to linger. It's going to be here until March probably, unless we get a big change of weather. But and it was melting as I was doing this, and later in the day when I shot that short inside the building, I could already see the gravel where it had melted out of the snow, and it's like, yeah, I'm going to be days trying to clean this up. And I know I tore up the sod in a million places and probably need a truckload of gravel to replace all of that I pushed off. But if I can get that 185 up to Jamie and get that thing fixed and have it ready to go in time to plant corn, I'll be a happy guy. Well, that went better than expected. I got the 720 just sitting there idling, cooling off a little bit. That's about as hard as that old girl's ever worked since she's been here anyway. So I'm gonna put her back in the shop. I'm not gonna need the 60-80. I managed to blast through that drift. I may get it out anyway and work on. It is still 2025, and I said it was a possible project. I may get that cherry picker up here so I can start working on that POS. But yeah, I don't know, I'm gonna have to cut a lot of this out because I shot way more video than you guys are gonna want to watch. But anyway, that's moving snow at the 720. Thanks for watching.